So, quite a lot of years ago, I joined a coven and I wanted to know everything about what I just experienced. I experienced the dragon, but of course, there was nowhere that I could go, nowhere to have some answers because I had a lot of questions, many questions. I could see dragons, I could experience dragons, but I was attracted to magic, but I was also much more attracted into the dragon, of course. And I felt this dragon, but I felt the dragon less, so I wanted answers for it, and I was attracted to magic. So I entered in this coven, and I was after a while I was hoping that they would have the answers that I was searching for. I had so much to look for, so much riddles in the dark that I cannot solve, so many things that I just don't know what is going on. So actually I joined this coven in hope that I would get answers. Because yeah, like I said, I love to do magic. I love to do it, but I only love to do it when it's involving the dragon, because nothing else interests me. I don't, but they were constantly singing about Hecate, singing about all of these other gods that I don't care about. I don't mind these other gods. And after a while I just said it in this coven. When will we finally learn? When will we finally pray for the dragon? When will we do that? And then they said, we will not do that. That is the dragon. That is something different. And I just left because I didn't care about Hecate or all these other gods why should I? There is only one that visited me, and I just wanted to have answers, my brothers and sisters. So, my brothers and sisters, I just want to say, Draconic Wicca, where does it come from? Draconic Wicca is actually a name that a lot of us just don't like, because it involves the name Wicca, while we are actually not Wicca at all. And a lot of people on the Dragon's Path don't like this name, and I understand very much why. Because Draconic Wicca is not Wicca. Draconic Wicca, for example, is a solitary path, while Wicca in itself, most of the time, is something that you do in group. It's actually a religion. Wicca is a religion, while the dragon is not a religion. Just like the dragon in itself, every practitioner in Draconic Wicca, or the Path of the Dragon, that I renamed it, the Path of the Dragon, because it's a journey that you take inside of your life. It's a philosophy of life. But just like the dragon, we do it solitary, because we need to understand our dragons. And that is very important, because like I said, we just don't have guidance, we don't have instructions, we don't have books to go to, we don't know what to do. So we know we have to listen to our dragons, and then that in itself is very difficult, because there is a wall in between you and your dragon. So whenever your dragon is shouting, even though your dragon is roaring, it's still difficult to hear. Even though you sometimes can hear the name, that you can hear dragons, that you can hear them roar, but there is still a wall in between you, and this has to go away. That is what we have to do with our magic. I know that most of us, that we are actually attracted to magic, and magic is another word for manipulation. So this manipulation is trying to have this wall in between you and your dragon gone, so as much as possible. And that is what happens with a draconic awakening. This wall was gone. By some reason, you let the dragon in, and you let the dragon in so that they can remove the wall between you and your dragon, so that you can understand them much more. So that is actually why we are attracted to magic. But not only that, that's so that we can give energy to our dragon, and our dragons can give energy to us. We exchange each other's energy constantly, so that we understand each other, what we are talking about, and that we are humans, of course. We always want to find an answer immediately, but on the Path of the Dragon we have to wait. We have to use magic. We have to participate inside of draconic magic and witchcraft. So my brothers and sisters, this is actually a bit of draconic Wicca. You know, a draconic Wicca in itself is actually a word that is being said by a lot of people, because people like me who joined the coven, we were always attracted to magic. whenever inside of this coven, we try to bring in our dragons in the ceremonies that they do. Because, yeah, we wanted to have these answers, like I said. And then after a while, they started to call us not Wicca, but some Draconic kind of Wicca. Some, you know, where they always involve the dragon inside of it. After a while, I was sick and tired of it. I just was sick and tired that they never invoked the dragon in any of their partitioners. That they just don't want the dragon inside of their rituals, because that is the only thing that I care about. I don't care about Hecate, I don't care about any other gods, I just care about the dragon. Just invoke the dragon. Just like, after a while, it was just invoke the dragon. It made me so nervous. But no, they didn't do it, so they called me some kind of a draconic kind of Wicca. And after a while, I came to understand that, for example, the first book of Draconic Wicca, or the Path of the Dragon, was actually DJ Conway's Dancing with Dragons, and she was home in many places, and she explained a lot of Draconic Wicca or the Path of the Dragon. Not everything correct, of course. I read the book. Not everything that is inside of that book is correct. For example, in this book, it said that you can command dragons. No, you cannot command dragons, and I would not even try that, because that is the same thing as someone would command you. You will not take that for granted. You will not take that serious. You will just say, no, no one commands me. And just the same as the dragon, no one commands them. Inside of this book, it said that you have to do it. No, don't do it. Don't command dragons. They will not respond kindly to it. So yeah, but Draconic Wicca is also, like I said, a left-wing spirituality where you do everything alone. It's not religion. Wicca is religion, but Draconic Wicca is not religion. It's spirituality. It's solitary spirituality. And where you have to listen to your dragon very carefully, because that is where you get your information from. Your dragon is always shouting. Always, even though there is a wall in between you and your dragon is always shouting to you, and sometimes you can even hear it physically inside of your ear. Not even in an ear, that your dragon is so loud that it can go through the boundaries of the walls and all of the gates, that you can even hear it. And that is where you have to learn from your instincts, your feelings, and what you're supposed to hear from your dragon, even in a physical way. Your dragon is giving you instructions to give you everything that you need. You don't need humans for this. Even though we are being called Draconic Wicca, I renamed it to the Path of the Dragon, simply because it's a journey that we take. It's really a path inside of your entire life here as a human being, is a path that you are taking, a path underneath the shadow of the dragon. So this is actually a bit of an explanation of what Draconic Wicca actually is. And I understand why people don't like the name Wicca, because Wicca is a religion. And that is also what I don't like about the Path of the Dragon, that some people call it a religion. It's not. It's not a religion. It's something that you do, you, your dragon god, and that is it. I am not one that is inside of your dragon circle. A dragon circle is also called a dragon eye. A dragon eye is very sacred, and other people, not even other believers and practitioners of the dragon's path, can even join it. It's that solitary, it's that lonely, it's that by yourself. It's just you and your dragons, and no one else. No one else can see it. And actually that is very, very also something dangerous. Whenever someone is interfering inside of your dragon's path, that is actually very dangerous, because they can give 99% that they will give the wrong information, because they don't know your dragon. Only you know your dragon, and only you know how to approach your dragon. There are many ways to approach your dragon, but somewhere inside of your feelings and instincts, you know how to approach your dragon. It's very specific, and everyone has their own way of approaching their dragon. I approach my dragon into giving my everything to the dragon, but much more than that. I just did a lot of rituals that I did out of my own creativity even, and that is what you need in the side of the dragon's path. Creativity. You need creativity, and you need just to express yourself to the dragon of who you really are. So yeah, it's not a religion. It's far even from a religion. A religion are all people coming together, listening to one guy or girl in front of it. Like I said, I've seen inside of this Wicca coven, everyone was just doing the same like this priestess was saying, and I had difficulties with that. I didn't want to follow this priestess in whatever rituals that she was doing. I wanted to do my rituals, and I wanted to summon my dragon. I wanted to talk with my dragon. So, but I was in the wrong place. I was a witch, yes, but I was a dragon witch. I didn't belong there. I didn't belong into doing what everyone did the same. Oh my goodness, no. I didn't want just to be a puppet, to follow a god just blindly. No, because in our case, it's our gods and our spirits that reaches out for us and not the other way around. That is Draconic Wicca, my brothers and sisters. It's a left-hand spirituality where people call us the unlikely witches because we never search to become a witch, but we search for the dragon. And in doing so, in the process of that, we become a witch. And not just any witch, but the strongest and oldest form of magic users that there is. The users of draconic magic, dragon witches, and how to do so to use your creativity.